This is the Ohio AgNet, broadcasting from the Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Zydia, the most trusted name in herbicides, providing Ohio soybean and corn acres with up to 2 weeks more residual activity and broad-spectrum weed control. I'm Joel Norwood with you today. Our own Ty Higgins is out with Ohio corn and wheat growers in Washington, D.C. at the moment, visiting with their members of Congress face-to-face. They're talking year-round E15, the Farm Bill, and other policies that impact farmers directly. Join us for coverage from the nation's capital. We'll hear more from them in a moment. But first, don't forget that this Friday, the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market will have a West Virginia Southern Bull Test Sale Friday again at 6 p.m. JCRLM.com for more information. Your livestock authority, the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market sale this Friday at 6 p.m. Those Ohio corn and wheat growers out in D.C., an interesting time to be in our nation's capital. And Luke Crumley of Ohio Corn and Wheat says E15 right up there with discussions.
E15 right now, where it is in that process, we are as close as we've ever been. A little over a month ago, the Speaker of the House said we're going to have a task force that's going to release a proposal to the House so that we can finally put this issue to bed. And we're going to bring all the stakeholders together. Well, the deadline for that was February 15th, 31 days ago by my count today. So we're 31 days past the Speaker's self-imposed deadline for action on this bill. What we're doing right now is going to our Ohio delegation, letting them know we need your voice to make sure it gets released, it gets to the floor, and then we're going to need your vote, too, to make sure it gets across the finish line in the House so we can start that important work of doing the same in the Senate.
The conversation continues on our social media. Just search Ohio AgNet, and you'll hear more. Let's check in on the weather thanks to Seed Consultants, simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. Chief Meteorologist Ryan.
Plenty of clouds around through the rest of the day today. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you here in Ohio. The clouds are part of another cold air mass that wants to dominate the landscape. That is going to ease starting tomorrow. Warmer air in here. I think in that warmer airflow, we do see a few hit and miss scattered rain showers trying to pop up over far western and southwestern parts of the state. Otherwise, we are dry then to finish out the week and go into the early part of the weekend. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. In national news, wildfires continue in Nebraska. Now, work, though, already underway to assist those in need as ranchers being hit hard. Craig Uden is president of the Nebraska Cattlemen. There are obvious financial needs down the road, but the immediate concern, feed for animals that would normally be turned out on pastures in the spring.
I've been working this morning doing some coordinating with people that may have hay or feed. They want to get out there because that's really the immediate need right now. A lot of feed was burned up, so some people need feed right now. So we're going to coordinate and have a list of people that may have feed that people can tap into and get the immediate needs and then come back with monetary, because there'll be a lot of fence rebuilding, there'll be a lot of structure rebuilding, livestock, all kinds of things.
More information on how to assist beef cattle producers in Nebraska affected by the disaster, go to nebraskacattlemen.org. In other news out west, particularly in the beef industry, workers are striking against JBS in Greeley, Colorado. That started on Monday. Reuters said it's a rare labor stoppage at an American meatpacking plant and could be a sign of upheaval in the U.S. beef industry. About 4,000 employees represented by the union at the beef processor. They say it's the first time in 40 years that American meatpacking employees have gone on strike. Industry analysts say tight cattle supplies have forced processors to pay steep prices for cattle. That'll probably motivate JBS to resolve the strike quickly. And stay tuned to the Ohio AgNet as we'll be right back with a look at markets.
Life on the farm moves fast, and so does the news that matters to you. Stay ahead with the Digital Daily from Ohio AgNet and Ohio's Country Journal. Each morning, get the top ag headlines, market trends, weather updates, and the stories shaping Ohio agriculture, all delivered right to your inbox. It's free, it's easy, and it keeps you informed before the day gets going. Sign up now at ohioagnet.com for the Digital Daily and get yours first thing in the morning.
You're listening to the Ohio AgNet. Today's market analysis brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Grain markets being driven by a mix of outside market volatility and key unknowns ahead. Energy markets and geopolitical tensions influencing corn and soybeans today. Strong U.S. demand is supportive but facing growing global competition. Soybeans remain especially sensitive to trade headlines with China and shifting biofuel policy expectations. On the wheat side, weather concerns in the plains offering support, but large global supplies and a strong dollar continue to limit upside. Traders largely positioning ahead of major USDA reports and policy decisions later this month. So what are numbers showing? Well, last check, we're seeing May corn up 4.5 cents to 4.58.5 cents in Chicago. July corn up a nickel to 4.70.5. May soybeans down half a cent to 11.56.5. But July beans happy where they're at, no change at 11.71 1/4. July wheat up 11 cents right now to 6.11 3/4. Markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. April live cattle seeing a 40-cent downtrend of 234.83 per hundredweight. April lean hogs 20 cents higher to 93.93, and milk about 10 cents up across the board. You can find more farm news and markets and much more at ohioagnet.com. I'm Joel Penordwood. This is the Ohio Ag Net. Thanks for tuning in.